Welcome back to you Sprinkles. There was recently an interview from Crypto7 and Tangent. They were on a show with Sir Ivan the Great, one of the industry's titans, most amount of followers, and one of the most respected mainstream influencers out there in crypto land. And there are a lot of people I saw in the comment section, they're basically trying to throw dirt on Mr. Seven and Tangent, saying, oh, you weren't prepared here and there. But no, I think it went well, friends. You see, friends, listen, let me tell you something. Sir Ivan the Great was asking some questions like, what about the buy and burn? Or what's going on with this? Like, where's the alpha? And people are talking about like these facts as if they're going to change anything. They change nothing. You know what changes something? A big fat green candle. Do you really think if he just came out and said, well, I really like this coin, this thing should do a 30x, like we will get excited. People holding the coin get excited. People out there, I know a lot of people listen, but it's not going to really do much because people don't like buying red candles. They want to buy, they want to lose everything, basically. So I'm just going to tell it to you in a very clear, succinct way. So this is the interview. This is basically the show went through. Now I'm halfway through watching it. There's more information to go through, but you put all of it aside. I'm just going to give you the straight juice, friends, whether you like it or not. Buying PulseChain ecosystem today is like buying Cardano in 2020. You have Charles Hoskinson, leader founder, believing in decentralization. Richard Hart, leader founder, believing in decentralization. You also have them shadow banned from the rest of the community in crypto. Cardano was freaking shadow banned in 2020. You know how I know this? Yours truly, who's wearing a Pokemon bucket hat right now with a straight posture. I got fudded out of adding to my Cardano bags. I had a bullet in Cardano. And I was going to add more. But I remember watching Chico Crypto talk about how Cardano is vaporware. They're never going to release smart contracts. And he was saying that it was BitConnect 2.0. He literally called Cardano BitConnect 2.0. Now, this was off the back of Chico Crypto successfully predicting the DeFi season run. So you gotta understand, I'm listening here, I'm listening with the rest of the audience, and we're thinking like, okay, well, if he got the previous story right, and by the way, he also got Chainlink correct. So you're talking about someone, he got Chainlink strength right in 2019 and 2020. He got the DeFi season right. So when he came to Cardano, we all thought, well, this is it. It's gonna win, right? It's clearly, it should be shadow banned everywhere because it's clearly a scam, a BitConnect scam. What went on to happen, friends? Let me show you what went on to happen. You had Cardano. From this point, by the way, this is the maximum FUD came in. From the FUD point, friends, did a 32x. So yeah, it did a certain amount of X's from the low. You have the zombie virus here and there. And we always talk about that. But the real thing to look at is the return from around either this base or maybe around here. So, or you could even do it here. This is right before the Bitcoin halving. So still Cardano did like a 50x here. And the numbers I look at, if you go right here, friends, you see these zones here, just right, these zones. Well, Cardano had 11,000 daily active users. Same as PulseChain. PulseChain right now has 15,000, so it was around 10, 11,000. The same numbers, same user base, daily active user base. Now, this is the wild part. This is why PulseChain is undervalued. Cardano didn't have smart contracts. Cardano, you couldn't do anything on it. People just staking. Had 11,000 daily active users on it still. Just people moving stuff around. Think about that. You had 11,000 people using you back then. And PulseChain's got the same number of people today. That makes absolutely no sense. We should be like maybe 9x higher. And it's fascinating to think about because when they finally did announce the smart contracts, it was basically the end of it. So that's basically the juice. All these other people coming in, who cares what they say? I know, of course, we want to give them weight, but you know what they're coming for. They're coming for green candles. So you can translate maybe Ivan's attitude towards PulseChain as he revealed the truth at the beginning of the show, straight away. He goes, I've been holding 2.5 years. Congratulations, my pulse is back to break even. And everyone, we start laughing. There you go. That's basically all you need to know. That literally says everything. That's all I care. Okay. He didn't say, oh, guys, I was really hoping the PulseX buy and burn, you know, it's only 3.31% right now. I was hoping that was like, you know, 7% from, you know, by today. It didn't say that. Or he didn't say, oh, the PulseChain validators. I was hoping ICOSA has made a staked PulseChain product by now. He's not saying that either. He's not saying, oh, I hope Bucks Leverage Trading Casino famous. I was really hoping it was doing $10 million of volume net instead of like, you know, 2.2 million collected in fees or whatever it is right now. None of that. No one cares. It just came down to one thing. Respect the green candles. Respect the pump. He wants to respect the pump. You got no pump, fundamentals don't even matter. So what can everyone do right now? Well, look, you keep buying your core coins, not financial advice. Remember, I do have a bucket hat on, friends. A Pokemon bucket hat, mind you, because we're going to go through some altcoins too. You buy your core coins, you get PulseX Hex, you buy your lottery tickets everywhere, you keep liking and sharing, and of course, probably most important, I should have mentioned that first, you keep your freaking back straight. You understand me? So, look at this, daily active volatility. You can get this on apphex.win. See this? 15,000 daily users. And if you're new, welcome, welcome. Take a seat over there, friends. Remember, Metcalfe's Law. If we wanted a 10x of the price from here, we just got to get about a 3.3x of those daily active users. So we go from about 15,000 to 45,000, which is coincidentally, strangely, exactly where Cardano is, mind you. Cardano has about 50,000 daily active users. We got 15,000. So that's about, no, I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. It literally, isn't it wild that to get to 50,000 daily active users from where PulseChain is today, it's an exact 3.3x of the user base today. Using Metcalfe's Law, the price should go 3.3x squared, which is about 10 to 11x. Which is coincidentally, friends, if you look at the market cap of PulseChain, 1.75 billion, and then we look at Cardano, it is about 16.6 billion. Spooky that if we get 3.3x of the user base, we go flip Cardano pretty much. Wild. You don't need that many people. I mean, by the way, you're probably wondering, hey, can we get to that many users? Yeah, we can. They were using it at the very, very start. You just had an enormous amount of people dumping. And I can even show you in the tweet at the very, very beginning. You can see on the top left here, this was about 40,000 to 50. This is 50,000, the line going to the cross. You see that? So we already know there were 50,000 people ready. They're ready to look at it. They're ready to participate. It's just that they need a bit of a kick. That's why maybe the world's #1 biggest DAI holder on the Ethereum address section, and you also have the PulseChain sacrifice funds, maybe them getting the kickstart exactly what we need. Also, I got a beautiful comment here from Mr. Crypto DXB. Shout out to my friends in Dubai. Mr. Crypto Dub saying, how much time do you think it would take to go from 15,000 active wallets to 100,000 active wallets? Habibi, also, I got to remind you, you are my Habibi. How much time? Honestly, it can happen very, very, very fast. You just need a big condition. You need Bitcoin breaking the all-time high. I mean, I even mentioned that to him right now, replying for you live. That's what you need. That's the catalyst. It's funny, right? What's your fundamentals there? Your buy and burn, your staking, or your Igon layer restaking, or Vitalik approves of you, of the ETF. They're all just BS. These narratives don't matter. The only narrative that matters is the green candle narrative. Bitcoin's all-time high breaking is the only consistent narrative that we've had in all of crypto. Now, here's the thing. We might even still have an alt season coming up, but it's going to stop prematurely. Not really prematurely. It's just going to feel like it stops prematurely. But, you know, friends, I promise you, I went through so many charts. I just find that when Bitcoin is under the all-time high, everyone's skeptical of every altcoin. Things don't run the whole way. It gets people excited, then it stops. It's exactly you see right now. As Ivor went on Mr. Seven's show, he's like, yeah, fundamentals, this and that. I'm telling you, yeah. If I reprice Bitcoin up to 75K and we're getting the altcoin mania, everybody's like way too in in euphoria and thrill and excitement to even be wondering about that because things are on the upside. So that's the most important thing to just check when we're like going to be skeptical of anything. Some people will say it's bad. I think it's good because it's our margin of safety. See, the worst, biggest, longest market crashes come after weekends are in. But if the weekends are in the sidelines and they're coming when a Bitcoin all-time high comes, then you know you're pretty much good. You know, all right, there's more juice left in this orange. Now, speaking of all these, friends, you want to talk about alpha. I've gone through many lottery ticket coins. I'm going to keep making videos and stuff here and there. It's just that, you know, I make a lot, friends. It's been stressing me out a lot. It's just that I'm telling you, once we leave outside of my box zones, like it's full on, everyone's out for themselves. That's it. You're on your own. Because at that point, to the all-time highs, like a 2x, back to the bottom of the range is minus 90%. You're risking 1 to make 2 at that point, at those points. So the coin I have here is Teddy Bear. Now, Teddy Bear, I've been watching it for ages, and then it popped up. Now, what happened was it popped up, and I was getting pDAI and ATROPA. Of course, I wanted it. I just didn't want to pay up to here. Why? Because on that first pop, and by the way, you're buying after a crypto banter show mentioned there. If you go from here to the very, very top, you only get like a 2 to 3x. And obviously, I didn't want that. 2 to 3x on your pulse. It's good. It's not, you know, not exciting to get there. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather be greedy and just wait. So wait a bit longer. And look, it dropped from this point here. It dropped minus 70%. So this is 70% retrace, and now it's coming to turn around. Now its market cap is 15 million. I got a feeling though, I hope they don't clip this because you just don't know, but I got a feeling this would be the first $100 million meme coin market cap outside of ink. I don't know why. I just got this sneaky suspicion. It's just because this is like deep Pikachu hat worthy type of analysis, friends. This is how I found Pikachu and stuff like this. Okay, when I'm looking at the Twitter of Teddy Bear, if you go here, okay, when I'm seeing the artwork and the meme style. Oh, why they put me here? Right. Oh, maybe because I like it. It's just funny. Okay, when I go around, okay, I'm just being honest. The types of imagery, it's making me think of maybe like people who aren't too into crypto nerdy stuff. It's kind of the cool crowd. It reminds me of hip hop. It reminds me of people who are like, you know, basketball fans. I don't know why I'm thinking about this type of demographic. It might be more like urban city folk around in America. I don't know why it evokes these emotions from me. It might be because they're making them look like rappers. It might be because of that. And these types of people, when they come in, they don't care about your charts. When they come in, it can be really, really, really fast. I've seen this in other meme coins as well. I know this is just really, really, really weird because you can't see this on a chart, and you just have to see this so many times, okay? Because it's really, really simple. It just ticks a lot of boxes. You got the meme coin. Okay, what do? Nothing. All right. Sweet. Okay, that's all they need. And then you have the imagery associated with it. They're attracting people, you know, rappers, hip-hop guys, basketball fans. And I've just seen these things. It reminds me of 2021. There were certain coins, I'm forgetting their names, but these things went on fire. Real on fire. Like they caught on real fast. And if you notice, right, there's ATROPA, there's pDAI, there's Teddy Bear. Everything has its own narrative, and they're liquidity bonded. And that's why I really, really like it. There's something for everyone there. It's just that it seems like Teddy Bear is the most universal. Now, be careful. I was just telling you, be careful, friends, because this is the thing. Firstly, it's 15 million market cap. It's not big. Or can go, of course, a lot higher. But if it comes back down here on the chart, it doesn't look like much, but this is what's actually going to be on your screen. So this is the Teddy Bear USD chart. It's doing this higher low stuff. This is USD, but I want to look at the pulse pricing. That's how you know it's still cheap. So of course, this is just me. You see, this is confusing, right? Most people, they love buying these coins. Okay, friends, people love buying these highlight stuff. I don't, because if you didn't know the ratio, look at this. To the top, man, you're up 60%. Then you have the big paper hands coming in. But this is where the obviously juice is, buying them at the bottom. However, if you change to the pulse pricing with the ratio, now you can see, oh, wow, we have not basically been anywhere near the same price as what we were last time relative to pulse. So as I was saying, if you got in here, which is where I recently added again, you got to be prepared. It can still come back down to the bottom. You see that that's 73%. Another way to look at it is, if you put in 10 million pulse, you only have 2.7 million at the end. Hopefully, though, it's because pulse went up. But they're just showing you got to be prepared just to keep adding in case things keep going down at all times. Just something strong about this you can tell is once it cleared this zone, it came back and people are still hovering around this level. So we're just doing this basic TA, looking at the ratios. They're lottery tickets, but I've drawn this box, friends. Look, it's so close to the box. Please don't think you got like a free pass where you can just buy anything outside of these. Just because on average, even though things move, you have to protect yourself in terms of, okay, when you win, how much you're going to win. That's what you're thinking about. And I just want to compare this to, for example, pDAI. Now, this is pDAI. I mean, this is it's a stable coin backed by nothing except the power of memes. Think about this. Think about, there is a community rallying behind an unpegged stablecoin before they rally behind any other P token. Think about that. All right. Now, what does it tell you? It tells you the story is very important in everyone's mind, how much they value it. Why? pDAI to $1, because the stablecoin is $1, it's a cousin of the stablecoin. That's obviously very, very strong in everybody's mind. No one's talking about P-Link to $10, P-Uni to $6. Those things aren't sticking. But pDAI to $1, I think it relates to everybody. Everyone knows how much a stablecoin is. Wild. But compare the teddy bear pricing to this. This is pDAI against Pulse. If you went back to the top, just touching the top, you have 7.6x. Remember, teddy bear was, that tiny amount was much less than that if you are buying towards the high. So how are they going to move? No one knows. I have all of them. I'm going to tell you now, I learned from 2021. Do not pick one. Don't ever pick one. You're going to get it wrong. Most people are going to get it wrong. The only thing that saved me in 2021 was I listened to Chico Crypto. We thought XDAI stake was going to be a new adopted chain, but the market chose Matic because it had the insiders and the VCs and stuff that were able to promote that more. Luckily, I had one bullet in Matic and it still did like a 70x. And it went bigger than my XDAI stake stack, which was 12 bullets. Crazy, yeah? So I learned from that. I thought, man, next time I see competitors, I was lucky I put one bullet. Many people didn't. They had 0 bullets, 0 exposure. So it helps to just be exposed everywhere. Because what you'll find, friends, this is what you actually find. You'll find that the winner that you're on goes up pretty far. And then what happens is, that junk that didn't move, it actually still has its day. It might not go as far, but it doesn't really matter because you can rotate your winning bullet and stack something smaller. But this is what we're talking about, is ultra degen culture right here. This is ultra, like you can't go any more degenerate than this. You are literally rotating altcoins to altcoins. You're just playing. It's like you win a feature on a slot machine and then you go to the next slot machine. You just keep playing with that feature, hoping to hit another feature. But if this works out, you just need one, by the way. You make an enormous amount. Think about making, for example, imagine Teddy Bear did like a 10x and then you rotated that into pDAI, which did like a 3x. Okay, obviously you hope it does more, but 3x from your entry. Now you're on a 30x, and then the 30x rotates into PulseChain that does a 10x from your entry at the very, very end. That's total. 3 times 10 times 10 is 300x. Do you see that? You could imagine that you just did that with like $100 into 30 grand or whatever it is, okay? $1,000 into 300K. But you got to find one of these. The problem is obviously finding one of these. And most people, once they just win one, they just rotate into the core coin. But you're always on the lookout because you don't want to miss anything. So when you're watching it, please always make sure you're checking the pulse pricing of the ratio. If it's outside of the box, it's up to you, friends. I know, look, I'm not going to bother holding everyone's hand. I know what everyone wants. Everyone loves buying things on the way up. I know this. I watch you all. You love it. No one wants to buy in these areas. What you love doing is once it goes up here, now you become believers. But this pisses me off, man. Why do you do this to yourselves? Because if you're waiting for up here, congratulations, you get a 60% on the way up. All right. And all I'm thinking about is, oh man, if this comes back down, everyone's screwed. But if you're getting in here, by the way, look this. By the time that person, you're up a 4.6x. So by the time that you make a 7.5x, other people only made 70%. That's the power of getting in early. Like huge retains. You're literally making 10 times more than what other people are making. This is the home run you're looking for. So I'm going to keep making lottery ticket videos. As long as things are cheap, I don't care. You got to be really careful, friends, as well. Yeah, as long as they're cheap, they're in the zones, we're good to go. But after that, sorry, like this, if we miss stuff, we miss stuff. Then you just have to go into seeing, okay, what's the new type of coin rotation? What's going on there, right? So you've learned a lot today. Pokemon bucket hat, it's lottery ticket size. Because at the end of the day, you know what you're here for, friends, okay? The core coins are going up, but some of these slingshots might go very far. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, or catch you soon.